Welcome back to Elisa Part 2. Please, if you are listening or watching on YouTube, if you did not see Part 1, please do, because then you can say you heard it here first before it became a made-for-TV movie. So sitting in front of me is one of my very good friends that I'm honored to know, and I have to think of a cat nickname for her now because I swear she has 9 lives. Uh-huh. But I'm very happy to report that through all of her chaotic life, she is an amazingly accomplished person. She's an amazing mom, wife, member of the community, and you are certainly giving back now, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud of you. So
that's a big ditto.
Well, thank you.
Very
so
proud
let's
of you.
switch gears to, first of all, I have to say this again. I cannot believe you graduated high school with honors. You graduated college while doing
honors.
Yeah. Like, what was that movie with DiCaprio in where he was the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
You're like the female version, but you're still so accomplished, and you were still functioning during that.
Yeah.
Strong DNA. Again, I would have been dead.
Has to be.
I have a weak DNA. But so what was your degree in from college?
Oh, we'll get ready for that.
Okay.
It's in history with a minor in economics, everybody.
All righty then.
Watch yourself. Yeah, like they kind of do this thing with you, like Comey, where they're like, listen, you're doing really good here. Let's...
Because you had no clue probably what you wanted to do.
I was biology, I was English, I was everything.
Okay.
Right.
So you did graduate.
Yes.
Proud moment. What year did you graduate college? Do you remember?
I graduated in 1995.
Okay. So then, again, please watch the first podcast so you will understand what happened in her life.
Yeah.
Fast forward, though, Elisa has been sober 13 years.
Yes.
Wonderful, healthy relationship. Great husband.
Great.
We love Nate and little Parker. Cutie pie, little dance mom star.
Right. Our miracle baby.
Yes. So now you get, I think you've always worked part-time because you're a machine.
Always.
Like I want to be you when I grow up.
No.
Like your energy is just, I love it.
No.
But you have always worked part-time, picking up bartending shifts. And
everywhere.
Did you waitress too? Yeah, you waitress too. That's right.
Please.
That's, I think, how we started talking because we were both waitressing.
Yes.
But then you got the job at the Y as their wellness director.
I did.
Okay. Now, I personally know because I've run facilities how much responsibility that is. It's a lot.
Yes.
But as I always say, I love boots on the ground people. I love what the people working within the Y do for our community. I think you guys do amazing things.
Thank you.
I really do. I believe in what you do. But you started teaching group X classes and personal training.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, who kind of talked you into that? Because here you are, a history major with a minor in economics. Hey, do you want to be a personal trainer? Like, how do you make that leap?
There was this lady at the Y. She's also a mutual friend of yours.
Should we give her a shout out?
We shall.
We love Angie.
We do. I was in with this group of girls, and I really thought that's where I wanted to be. I started getting into running when I got clean and sober, probably because I couldn't do anything else. And it always stuck. So, and then I was starting to get hurt all the time. I couldn't run anymore. And I ran this half marathon almost for spite, because this other lady we hung out with didn't want me to go to the one they went to in Pittsburgh. But anyway, so I ran this one in Danville, and it was like miserable, and I hated it. And I remember that day, Angie texted me and said, she's a big texter.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, Lisa, if I'm really proud of you for all you accomplished today, and you should be proud of yourself too. Maybe sometime you can come over to my house and we can talk about some other things. And I was just, and then that gets a text chain going. I'm like, I'm so sick of this, and my leg always hurts, and this. Come over, let me help you. And then she just started to sort of be like, what you could do? You could teach a class. You know what you could do?
Yeah.
You can get your personal training certification.
Because our friend Angie is such a huge supporter of all women, especially and people, but especially her friends. And she's one of those just pure, genuine people.
Right.
And again, I always stop my podcast to teach people things. Look at the difference one person can make in your life.
I never would have done it. I was like,
your whole career is based on it.
I was
and
like,
because she took
if
time.
this woman believes in me, how could she, where she is? Like, I saw her here, and I couldn't even get up there. And like,
isn't that crazy?
I'm in her kitchen drinking her coffee.
And now I'm not saying this to pat myself on my back, but I don't know if you know this. I give all the glory to God. God works through people.
Yeah.
So I didn't do this. God did it. God put the message in my head. But when Angie used to come to my gym, I'm the one that said to her, you should become an instructor.
So we are all like in the same little fitness family.
I said, I was having somebody, I forget what organization come there at the time. And I said, you need to study and get your certification.
We
Isn't
are
that
in
weird?
the same fitness family.
We are.
Oh my gosh, I
Soul
love it.
Sisters. Okay.
Yes.
So she believed in you, which I love.
She did.
Love. Okay. Because look at it's your whole career.
Whole
it's
career.
Crazy.
That's my whole career.
Crazy.
Yes.
And let's backtrack. It's probably common for people in recovery to find other vices like exercise.
To over-exercise,
Because it's that adrenaline rush, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you're getting this dopamine hit and you're like, oh, so then you get that runner's high that they say.
Yeah, I did it because I was angry.
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything else.
And it's a good place to get your anger out too.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So she talked you into getting certified.
Yep.
Okay.
I had a baby. She was 6 months old. I'm like, there's no way I'll be able to do this. Plus, I don't have the money. Nate and I weren't, we
established
weren't doing that great
yet.
My brother paid for it.
Oh.
And left me a note.
There's your brother again.
Always. Just pay me back when you're rich and famous, he wrote. You will be happy to know I paid him back.
Okay. She says to the microphone.
And I put it in his freezer. And I said, you have cold cash. Okay.
God, I love you. Okay. So then where did you start training and teaching? Was it at the Y?
At the Eastern Lakeland YMCA.
Okay. Yeah. So you started training and teaching.
Yes.
And then eventually became the wellness instructor.
Yes.
And then that's going great.
Yes.
And then that's how we all met.
Yes.
I was taking your class and having fun.
Yeah, man.
Then COVID hit.
COVID.
Boom, boom, boom.
I literally still remember the text that I sent you and Ange the night I pulled out of the Y with that fast car peeling out. And I said, oh my gosh, we're closing with the car. I was speeding off.
And you never knew.
And it peeled out and I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was like, yes. I was like, I can't wait.
But you never knew you wouldn't be back for how long?
No money, no pay for what, months?
Man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And this is what I love. You know Damon do you watch Shark Tank?
Yes.
Okay, you know Damon? His big saying is, and I think he even wrote a book with this title, The Power of Broke.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you cannot start a business broke, and you just keep getting, and it doesn't apply to everyone. I realize larger businesses need investors, but in general, smaller businesses, if you keep looking for investors and handouts, you will never make it successful because you aren't going to put in the grind and the hustle. Mm-hmm. And you are the epitome of grind and hustle, it's my girlfriend.
Right. It's all me.
So COVID hits. You're like, okay, I need money.
Yeah.
My daughter's like in, all these dance competitions. Not yet. Okay.
No, thank God.
Okay.
Thank God that got shut down too.
And you thought, why not go online like a lot of other people are doing? Let me give it a shot.
Let me give it a shot.
Okay.
I'll do some videos.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I love your name, by the way, E360 Fit.
Yes.
So how did you come up with that name? Like
Nate's brother, he has a little marketing company, and I told him, I had $0 and 0 cents. And he's like, well, I'd be happy to help. And
again, God works through people.
Begrudgingly. God love him. I don't know why he helped me. I guess he was new in his fledgling business as well. And Adam helped me. And basically, hey, here, it would be a good idea to get this. And it would be a good idea to get this. And maybe get a background. And, and then asking you questions because you had your virtual business. The lady I had my certification from Urban Kick, she would get, Elisa, let's do a call. Let me help you. I'll tell you the stuff you need to buy for your headset. I'll tell you.
Good.
Yeah. So just.
You pieced it together. Okay. And your website is beautiful, by the way. Do you still have the same service?
I have.
Gorgeous.
I took a lot of things off.
Okay.
I'm only focusing. So now my videos are still on there. And then the reason is because, for years, I'm waking up at every hour of the day, every day of the week to record videos so I could have 300 in a library. And it's me.
Now, everybody listening knows, so what's your website?
E360fit.com.
And if you wanted access to your library of videos, is there a subscription?
Yeah, it's like $8.99 a month.
Okay, so you have a subscription-based model.
Yes.
And then you also have
DIY.
as a part of your no, they're great. I love them.
Yeah.
Then as part of your business model, you also have what other components? Like you do.
The big one I'm doing now is one-on-one coaching.
One-on-one coaching.
Yes. And then right now, today, my ladies group launched. And about twice a year, I'll do a ladies group. And what I try to do is offer a high-quality service to people who want one-on-one coaching but can't afford it. Mm-hmm. Because I remember what it was like to not be able to afford things. And I remember what it was like to get a fitness plan and it was just a piece of paper.
Oh.
So what I do is I offer like this one's a little intensive, so I had to cap it.
Yeah.
But it's capped and I have...
Yeah, because you only have so many hours in the day.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, but I'm like self-teaching myself things. I see other things that people do. My coach is amazing and he live streams Zooms into his private Facebook group. So I will be doing that with my group, which is helpful for me and a time saver. Mm-hmm. And nobody misses on anything. And so, yes, I will do probably about twice a year. I do 2 groups. And then...
So you discover ways to become more efficient.
Yes.
Yeah, using technology.
Yes. Okay. I'm not like you. I'm not great.
No, stop. I teach myself everything. I don't know what I'm doing either. So you kind of floated then from personal trainer, Group X instructor. Yeah. You're still the wellness director.
Yeah.
But now you have your own business.
Yes.
And... my gosh, like I said, I think you have this magic. You create hours in your day, but you're getting more efficient too, like you said.
I am trying.
But what I love is that you ventured into the hormonal space.
Yes. Yes.
Because this is one of my passions.
That's my yes.
So female hormone specialist, metabolism specialist, moderation 365 nutritional consultant.
Yeah.
Just speak to me a little bit about maybe if somebody out there is listening and they're looking for a personal trainer. Mm-hmm. How do the services that you offer, how do they differ from, and I'm not downplaying what other people do, but it's kind of like this. This is my analogy. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. If I'm having a heart issue, I'm not going to go to an orthopedic surgeon.
Right. Right.
I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. I'm middle-aged. Mm-hmm. Well, I still think I am. And
you are.
I want to go to a woman who knows about these things.
Yeah.
I do not want to heavy lift with a man like I'm training for a bodybuilding competition.
No.
So explain to me the difference with all these recent certifications and very expensive education, I might add. You've paid your dues.
Yes, ma'am.
That you have.
Yes.
How does it differ between how you used to train to now?
Okay, so I used to train. Personal training is personal training. Everybody does it. You can basically just get on Instagram and have some nice booty shorts and you're a trainer. Yeah. So that's where we're at these days, folks. Okay? Like those girls are getting, 70 kajillion more clicks than me. Know that. So I really am stepping away from that. I have some clients in person that I will have hopefully for a while, and they're a blessing, and it's just old hat for
and that
me.
Works for them.
It does, and they love it, and that fitness in their home is great. I go to their house, I take all the equipment. It's fantastic. Now, what I do is a person comes to me, and what I want to know is I want to know your shreds. I want to know what's going on. I need to know about sleep. I need to know about hunger. I need to know about energy. I need to know about recovery. I need to know about digestion. I need to know about stress. Wow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at what's going on and I'm going to see what is this physiology. A lot of women like us, we have catabolic physiologies. We've been tearing ourselves down for years. We have been we have oxidative stress. We have resistance to insulin. We are prone to inflammation. This is all things that are going on with women, and I'll tell you why. It's because we want to do more exercise and eat less food. And we have been hitting that toggle too long. And what that means is when you hit that toggle too long, the other toggle you're hitting all the time is you are constantly hitting your hypothalamus, pituitary, and adrenal axis. So here you are in fight or flight. And dumb for ladies our age, we need a lot of rest and digest.
Yes, ma'am. I like my sleep.
We need rest and digest. Yes. And honestly, I'm talking to you, but you as a fitness professional, you as a person who comes from the industry and also who's very highly educated on things. You've taught me so many things through the years.
Thanks.
When I say to you, sleep and stress management are the two most important pieces of fitness for us ladies right now. It's not HIIT. It's not Orange Theory. It's not me perfecting your deadlift, and it's not you starving yourself on 1,200 calories a day. You're making things worse.
And how hard is that to drive that point home when we've been conditioned our whole lives?
We've been conditioned our whole
Just
lives.
Move more and eat less.
Diet culture is our jam. And here's the thing. For a woman, and I don't blame the women because they want to believe me. Mm-hmm. I know they do. Why would they spend their money?
I know.
They want to believe me. In their heart of hearts, they can't.
Well, no, they're conditioned.
They can't.
They're conditioned.
They can't. They just can't.
But keep preaching because you'll eventually get through.
But some do.
Good. So how important are hormones?
Okay. So hormones are incredibly important. But the thing about hormones is, remember, think about hormones like this. Hormones are not a solo act. They're a rock band.
Okay.
They all work together.
I like that.
Okay. So everybody... They're a band. Mm-hmm. There isn't one. You're not just like, oh, Elisa, my thyroid stinks. Okay. Well, guess what? We have other problems too. There's some problems. It's not just thyroid, sis.
Let me get my list.
Thyroid will create a downstream to reproductive hormones. You could be hitting on those adrenals, like I said, like hormones work together in a symphony. They do not work alone.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. Does that help them to understand?
I actually was doing some research today and I was thinking of things to say and I came up with the band analogy for you.
Love that.
So maybe I'll just start using that.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Here's what I used to find. I don't have you give me credit, but you shouldn't because I don't have near the knowledge that you do at this point. But here's what I knew just from me poking the bear.
Yeah.
Because I'm a researcher.
Yeah.
And I used to train people.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. My heart used to break because that's when I was younger. So I was in my 20s and 30s.
Right.
And I would have ladies in their 40s and 50s coming to me and they'd be like, well, I get up at 4 and then, I do all X, Y, and Z at the house and I get the kids to school. Sure. Then I come here and I work out. Yeah. Then, I might grab a donut on the way to work. Then I work all day. Yeah. Then I have to and their schedule was horrendous. Horrendous. And I'm thinking, girl, you are not fight or flight. You are, and then you're putting crap in your body, and then you want to come in here for an hour, 3 days a week, and I'm supposed to wave the magic wand.
Right.
And this bleeds right into a very good discussion that I wanted to have with you and it's forever been debated in the fitness industry, but I know what my opinion is. But what's more important, what you eat or how much you work out? Or how you work out, I should say.
I'm going to say, oh, geez, it's so hard. So strategic nutrition is incredibly important. I would say nutrition for me is, I will say this, nutrition for me is the first thing I tackle. I ain't worried about you exercising. I am.
That's how I feel.
I really don't care. Mm-hmm. What I would like you to do is move your body in a non-stressful way while you're eating one ingredient foods.
Right. Absolutely.
There you go.
Do you know how many clients I used to train that did not understand?
No.
They had the mentality that we were conditioned. Well, I ate a hamburger, so I'm going to go to the gym and it'll... do you know how long it takes to run on the treadmill to burn off like a half of... It's like ridiculous. Have you ever seen those stats? You're not in the cancel out game. Mm-mm. You're in the healthy game.
It's not a zero-sum game.
Right. And you're in the healthy game.
Yeah.
So I always say attack your nutrition first.
Always.
And then the movement for me personally, the movement kept my nutrition on track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how important it is as we age and our hormones are changing that we do pay more attention to nutrition, not for weight loss, but for our health.
Yeah. So nutrition, proper supplementation, like they're
Oh, I know. Listen, you're going to have to come back like once a week because like need to have a whole segment just on supplementation.
Well, we will. I mean, we won't even get into that right now because that's the thing. Like, I mean, okay. That's cancel that out, everyone. Yeah. So your nutrition as you're growing old too. And the other thing is too, you guys remember, like, we have to know that carbohydrates are, that's activity based. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, great. What do we, and they're not bad. We want to eat carbs, but if you have gut issues, we got to make sure they're hypoallergenic carbs. If you're a person who is sedentary most of the day, we need to give you like a nice carb and then maybe a nice little walk after that carb. Do you know what I mean? Right.
If you have an office job and you're sitting all day as opposed to somebody that
we want you eating bags of chips? No. Do you want inflammation? Do you want a catabolic physiology? Like, the more processed carbohydrates or any of the macros, with all these mixed macros, that's the problem. The standard American diet, which cracks me up, the initials are SAD.
I know, I love that. I love it.
And the problem is, you guys, like, even when you're going to restaurants and you're getting like a huge piece, you're like, I'm going to eat good today, double veg and protein. Okay. That's fine.
Like, I'm going to get salmon and broccoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
But remember, that broccoli is being cooked in those omega-6 oils. Like,
that's right.
Right. So it would be like the best thing.
Well, what are we supposed to do, Elisa? Not go out anymore? You're such a killjoy.
I'm not. You're just going to eat a really big piece of protein and save some of your sides. Just have some. You don't have to eat them all. But no. But that's, yes, nutrition for me. And the thing with that is we've never been taught this. I hate it because people feel so bad. That breaks my heart. Like, I get a food log and the first word for me, which is heartbreaking, is I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry? What are you sorry for? Sorry for having 4 kids and a job and a husband who doesn't do crap around the house? Yeah, I'm sorry too.
We really have to work on alleviating the guilt as women, especially.
You're doing the best you can with what you got, sis.
Absolutely.
I'm going to help you. And and the other thing is too, I'm trying to hold the map and she's driving for my clients. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And to be nutritional, to learn nutrition, to learn non-stressful movement, to learn strategic lifting and all, this is all a practice. Mm-hmm. You aren't supposed to know.
Right.
Like, I can't come here and get back there and touch that board and know what's going to happen.
Right.
You have to show me.
I kind of know.
And you have to keep showing me.
Right.
And you're going to have to keep showing me. And you're going to have to keep showing me. And with practice, someday I might be able to run that board.
Right.
But that's what I need women to understand. This is a practice. So let's be easy. Let's ease our way in.
See, that's what I love about you, that I just feel like, and I'm not trying to make this a sexist issue at all, but I just feel like if you're a woman, especially a middle-aged woman. Now, when I was in my 20s, I could work out with a man, no problem. But I'm sorry, 35 and up, hello, we need somebody that understands what we're going through, understands pre-menopause to menopause, and understands biologically, now you do with this amazing education you keep bettering yourself with. It's not just like, I'm going to give you a food plan and we're going to hit the weight. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so much more complicated than that. And I know I said it laughing, but I'm dead serious. Mm-hmm. I really would love like a weekly segment, and you can put it on your website or do whatever you want with it too. Cool. That we talk about different issues and we tear it apart. A half hour, we just talk about like adrenals.
We can do that.
Another half hour, we just talk about progesterone and estrogen and how they relate to all that.
Yeah.
So much goes into it.
Twin sisters who are not identical.
Yeah.
I have all these little weird ways to remember things.
But yeah, so, okay. So if somebody wants to join e360fit.com,
yes,
they can do a very inexpensive, oh my God, so cheap, $8.99.
Right.
Okay, to get all of your videos, which I
100%,
love.
And all my there's worksheets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And then, or they can sign up for one-on-one coaching with you.
Yes.
Or if they want to follow you on Facebook or Instagram, they will hear about the first come, first serve type things that sometimes you do throughout the year.
Yes. And I also give little tidbits every day on stories and reels.
I know, I love
just them. Little. Sometimes
they're inspirational.
Sometimes fitness, sometimes not. And I never am like filtered up anybody. Like what you see now is what you're going to see. If we get on a call, it's going to be the same. The weird zit that's not healing right.
Well,
crazy
I gotta
chin
tell you a
hair
funny-
that pops up here and there.
Well, it makes you real. But I
Yeah.
got to tell you a funny story about that. So I don't know how to use filters.
Oh, good.
So, well, so
Right.
I never post videos. Well, I
Yeah.
posted my first video the other day with the win $100 gift
Yes,
card one.
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
And I just did it with no makeup on and no
Yeah.
filter. And then after the fact, I looked at myself, and I'm trying not to do this.
Okay.
Because we're women and we're
Right.
so hard on ourselves. But I'm like, shoot, maybe I should. And I have 2 daughters that are 20 and 22,
Right.
so they know about filters. So I said to Gabriella, shoot, I don't think I wanted to do that, but I don't know how to use a filter.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, they have them on Instagram. I go, but
Yeah.
no, I used my phone.
Yeah.
She goes, oh my God, Mom. She goes, she pulled up the story and she goes, when you put a video on here, you just swipe. And apparently, I don't know if you know this.
Oh.
You just swipe and like different.
Yes.
They're real basic, but
yeah,
they
they're
got-
basics. It gives you a little.
Yeah, I guess color.
Yeah.
And she goes, see, and after she went through them all, I go, you know what? That is too much for me to think about.
Yeah.
It is too much for me to be concerned with myself because
Yeah.
I always say to the girls, we're really not that important.
Yeah.
I said, just let it go.
Yeah.
I don't want people to be frightened when they see me in person.
Right. That's how I always
if
feel.
I look
Wow.
different, you know?
Wow.
So I'm not swiping. I'm sorry. I'm not swiping right or left.
No.
What I am is what
Right.
I am.
Like every once in a while, I'll put, like if I'm doing a video and I'm like, I look especially heinous, or my dog's like licking his
or you're
crotch,
tired and you have big, like,
I'll just be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
some stars in there. Twinkle it up this morning. But yeah, I try to be my authentic self because I want them to know that like I don't look great unless I'm meaning to. I'm not wearing, you know what I mean? Like,
But what woman does?
yeah, that's what I mean. But I'm not exercising in, matching sports bra
Right.
and booty shorts. I'm wearing like whatever I wore to bed
Whatever's clean.
tonight.
Yeah.
And I will wear this to bed because
Right.
I have to wake up early tomorrow. Yeah.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, your schedule's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you go from like what, 4:00 in the morning?
4:20.
4:20 till probably 11 o'clock at night before you go to
No.
bed. No.
Oh,
do you try to go to
no.
bed?
Sis goes to bed. Listen, I'm in bed by 8:45.
Oh, good.
I will leave
okay,
here.
I feel
will
better.
talk to a client on the way home. I will be in the bed, 8:45.
Okay, good.
Night,
Because
night.
we need to do a whole segment just on sleep.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So if people would love to be inspired, if they would love to understand that your future or your past does not define your future,
Yes.
they need to listen to Elisa Part 1 because this lady has 9 lives. And I mean, the grace that God has given her, and you put in the hard work.
Thank God
Don't
for
get
God.
me wrong, right?
Yes.
But is it safe to say that if you put in the hard work,
Yes.
God will meet you halfway?
Yes.
Okay.
I ask him every day to please let me continue to help. Please,
Right.
Just please let me help, not hurt.
Right.
Please let me help, not hurt.
Exactly. Or I used to say, please use me today. How
Yeah.
would you like to use me
Yes.
today? But can you end us with this segment with maybe a success story or two of like somebody that came to you that was just like, oh, I don't think I can do this.
Yes. I'm going to tell you two. First one I'm going to tell you about is Caitlin. Caitlin is 31. She has a little boy. She has, a husband. She's primary parent, as all moms are. Sorry, you guys,
sorry.
but we are.
I don't care. We can
Hi,
get
we
the
do
hate.
everything.
It is true.
Hi, we do everything. Okay.
Although your dad, well, he had help.
Well, my
but
dad's a
okay.
primary parent.
Okay.
Too. Okay. Well, he's a cow. He's an anomaly. Anyway.
Single dads are. Yeah.
And my Nana helps.
Okay.
But anyway, okay. So Caitlin came to me. I offered a free, I put a free little tender group out there right during Thanksgiving when I knew everybody would be off.
Oh.
Like, come on, ladies, let's do
And
this.
they were getting ready to like.
Yeah. And we were just doing movement. We weren't worrying about food. We were doing movement. And I think we just worried a little bit about food, but it was easy. It wasn't anything crazy like let's hit protein every meal. But anyway, it was free. And then it was kind of warming them up for what I had coming in January 2023. So this is fall 2022.
And you did it for free.
I did.
Well,
And-
that's very nice of you because
And
your
I'll do
time
that
is
every year.
valuable
Yes.
too.
And Caitlin was in my group, and I got her on the call one night, and I was like, Caitlin, what's going on? And she's telling me, she cannot lose weight. She's telling me everything she's doing. And I mean, this lady is running herself ragged.
I've been there. I've been there.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the baby, he's in preschool, and the dog's little, and the husband's busy, and she's got all these family commitments, and she has her job. And then guess what else? She's exercising like a maniac and starving herself, and nothing's working. I said, Caitlin, stick with me. I'm going to help you.
Oh,
I promise I can help you. Stop all that. Stop all that.
breathe.
Stop all of that. Caitlin did my January group. Obviously, right then and there, November, she didn't see much happening, but I begged her to stay with me. I said, stay with me. I promise.
And she stayed with you through the holidays, which is hard.
She stayed. And then she joined the January group and she was in it. And she was in it to win it. And if she had a question, she asked. And engagement, you guys. If you are working with a coach, I don't care if it's me. I don't care who it is. Stay engaged. If they don't know, they can't help you. Okay?
Good.
Engagement.
Mm-hmm.
She was engaged. If something was awry, something. So as the group ends, not a word. Everybody's just like, we're done. Because you know how that goes. Like some people finish, some people don't. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
A couple weeks later, little thing. Hi, just wanted to let you know I'm down, I don't know, 6 inches. Here's a picture before and after. I'm also down 9 pounds. Blah, blah, blah. Caitlin just throwing me a little bone there. I was like, Caitlin, what?
That's amazing.
She sends me this picture. I'm like, oh my gosh. And she's like, thank you. And I'm like, I did nothing. You did all the hard work. I held the map. You drove.
Yeah.
You drove.
Oh.
Then last week, and please, y'all, don't think I don't have self-doubt because I do. So every once in a while, I have some.
Yeah, still. Yeah.
Ping, I hear a message. Hi, just wanted to let you know, 14 pounds down.
Oh.
Still doing things that I love and enjoy, blah, blah. Changed she is happy and free and eating and enjoying her life and taking downtime. And she's not killing herself with cardio anymore or starving herself. And she beams and she's gorgeous. And, she's 31 and she was stuck. Like she was like a woman our age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're so over exercised. They can do that. They can actually put their body into like a menopause state.
Yeah. Oh,
young
wow.
girls. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah. Young athletes, young girls in their 20s will start having symptoms like menopausal women because of the stress on their system. But sis turned it around.
Well, I want to point out when you say all of that that was great of you to offer anything for free, because what I want to say, and I always used to say this when I was a trainer, people will go to an attorney and have no problem paying them $150, $250 an hour because they figure they went to school, they learned, they paid for their education. So did you.
So did I.
But because when you're in the fitness or health and wellness industry, because you're doing something good, so, quote unquote good, I don't know why good things, I feel like people think that it should all be free, which in a perfect world, what?
We have no value.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's that. I think they say to themselves, well, but you're helping people, so why should, I should only pay for evil, not good. I don't know. It's like a weird thing in their mind, but what I encourage...
We're the first thing to go.
Yeah. What I encourage everyone to understand is that Elisa hustled and she worked her butt off to save money to pay thousands and thousands and thousands for these certifications.
He did.
So what I've always tried to get you to do over the years, and I don't know if you remember me saying this
always,
is can you please charge more? Because you're not valuing your time enough.
I raised my prices.
Okay, thank you.
Are you done?
And I understand times are hard for everybody.
I raised my prices.
But what I like about you, Elisa, is that you still have your $100 programs. Mm-hmm. You still have your $8.99 a month.
Yeah.
So if you can't,
yeah.
Okay. So always, here I am giving you advice again.
Wait, hold on.
But business advice from Dominique. Always tier it.
Uh-huh.
I know your heart is to help people that can't afford it. So always have tiered levels. But remember what you sacrificed and spent on your education. Mm-hmm. And then all the time, right? Yeah. I used to spend hours with clients.
Well, and I did.
And it's a lot of time.
And Dom, I did take your advice.
Okay.
I did raise my price. I'm for around our area, I'm very expensive.
Okay.
Regional.
Don't say expensive. Don't use that word.
That's what people will say.
But
you're right.
You are charging what they're getting is worth.
Industry.
The product is equivalent to what you're charging.
For bigger metropolitan areas, I'm still very low.
But remember, you're online.
I'm worried about people.
I'm gonna blow up, and you might have somebody from Canada.
That's right.
Which
would be great.
I'm at like 50.
Because I love Canada. I'm obsessed with Lululemon. Okay. Justin Trudeau. No, I love everything in Canada.
Listen, I'm up to like 50 subs, so
I find that somebody in Vienna likes me too.
This is going downhill very quickly.
Okay.
But anyway, so having said that, your success stories, one last thing I want to say about those, and then we'll wrap it. It's not about the pounds. You
No.
always preach that. It is a little bit about the inches. However, for me at this point in my life, it's more about my mental state.
Feeling.
Yeah, my mental state. And now I'm worried about, I got to preserve my bone mass.
Yes.
I got to stay strong so I don't fall and break a hip.
Yes.
So,
right.
But seriously, your objective changes as you get older.
Yes.
So we want to keep looking,
Yeah.
like women and feeling sexy and all that stuff. Okay. However, let's make our health our first priority, moving forward. So that's what I love about your stories, because they're getting the support from you mentally and emotionally.
Yeah. And even if she didn't lose a pound or if she didn't lose an inch, her perception of herself is changed. And that's what makes me so happy. When it works, I could cry sometimes reading what they write. And I could cry, and I love myself. When somebody says that, I don't hide from the mirror anymore. And you should never do that. There's no, skinny is not the thing, you guys. Sure, that's what we were grown up and we were told and whatever. You know what's the thing? The thing is going and eating ice cream with your daughter and skipping dinner. That's a thing. Mm-hmm. That is a thing. And guess what? Not getting up at 4 the next day to run all day. That's the thing. Your life is built around these special moments. Don't throw them away because you're worried about a jean size.
Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. And if there's any men listening, can I please plead to them too? Like, can we support our women and value them for things other than their looks?
Yes,
because there's so much more to us. How about we connect emotionally and spiritually in all other kinds of ways? So anyway, I think women are learning that. I hope they're valuing themselves more and realizing that physical is just one part of us. We have all different kinds of, all other parts. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you for
and thank you
having
for telling your story.
Oh my gosh.
mean, my gosh, when I go back to watch this,
oh my gosh,
I am just. Do you have any words of wisdom before we leave? Like, let's say a lady's out there, like, what's that one hardcore one where they do crazy things? They're like, what's the name of that chain?
Orange Theory.
The other one. I don't know. But
okay,
how about we stop crazy exercising?
Here's what I would say. Whatever movement that you love to do, even if it's not the cool thing, even if I used to love Zumba. Hey, I used to love ping pong. Okay, great. Let's figure out a way to give you more things that you enjoy. The thing is, whatever takes you out of the past and what's going to happen in the future and keeps you in the present and engaged, let's do more of that.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, that's a wrap.